Hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Good evening. Hi, everyone. How are you today? Good evening. Hello, who's there? This is going to be the first to join us. Hello, Yinka. Good evening. Thank you for joining. Hello, King Joseph. How are you? Thank you for joining. Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining this lovely, lovely Tuesday evening. Thank you, guys. How are you today? I hope you're all good. Today we're going to discuss attributes. Mr. Sharunke, good evening. Hello, Vivian. Good evening. Thank you for joining. Hello, and Dr. Anu. How are you? Good evening. Thank you for joining me today. I'm not the only one here, as usual. I have people with me, and also I have people on the phone, so it's going to be an exciting one today. Oh, hello. Yes, King Joseph, you are a superstar. How are you? Hello, Abdul. Good evening. Thank you for joining. Thank you all. Thank you very much. So today we're discussing attribute mighty. To be honest, guys, I really need your help with this attribute. I know it's Dr. Sunday's attributes that we're discussing, but it's not just about Dr. Sunday. It's also about how we as individuals can also develop these attributes, because we think that the great attributes of Dr. Sunday, so why can't we have them too? So anything that we discover that is good, we expect also to be able to develop those attributes and help be a solution to our world. So we are attracted to Dr. Sunday for so many of his attributes, and this one is one of them, mighty. But to be honest, I don't really know what angle to go. I have a couple of people on the phone, two of your favorite people, and also I have your favorite person with me here in the studio. But also I want you to engage. I really need you guys to engage with us and let us know your thoughts on this attribute. Aisha, good evening. How are you? Thank you very much. Hello, Theophilus. How are you? Thank you very much. Yes, you saw my handiwork, of course. Abdul, good evening. Thank you for joining. So, guys, I really need your help with these attributes. What does this attribute means to you? You know, I hear a lot of words, and I hear the word mighty used in different ways. You know, but it's usually to do with power, or it's used to do with grand or size. On that angle, but how can we discuss it in relations to an attribute, something that somebody has and is showing? Dr. Sunday is not the largest person, like mighty tower or mighty, but yet we think that is mighty. We thought of him as a mighty person, but let's discuss it in that angle, and then how we can also develop this attribute. What makes Dr. Sunday mighty? What do you think that makes him mighty? What are you a mighty person as well? How did you develop this attribute for yourself, so that people like myself that don't know, maybe we will be able to learn and also try to develop these attributes. I will read out what the dictionary says is mighty, and then you can also tell me what your thoughts are on these attributes. Like I said, I have a couple of people that I will call on the phone, and also, well, not on the phone, really, Skype. And then also I have somebody here. I'm going to let the person in the studio say hello, introduce himself. You know him already, but I think it's nice if he introduces himself. Hello, thank you very much. Aisha, thank you. So I'm going to turn the camera right now. Hi, Paul, good evening. So you can say hello.
Hello, everyone. This is ID Peter. Nice to have you on the platform. I want to encourage you, for everyone on the platform, to engage us. We are here to learn, and we are here to also exchange knowledge, wisdom, and understanding together. So, can you do us a favor to share this program to your timeline, and also invite your friends, your colleagues, and your loved ones? I promise you, you will not regret it, because every one of us got to develop this attribute for ourselves.
Thank you very much. That's brilliant. You know, I always love having idea around when it comes to things like this. You know, he knows what he's talking about already. He's saying that every one of us needs to develop this attribute for ourselves. You know, I think I would decide by the time that we finish this program. Yes, I know that it's an attribute that you love about Dr. Sunday, and it's a great attribute to be mighty, but I just want to know how that kind of, you know, is in the mix with our lives, with our daily lives. If you can just give me some hints or your ideas or your ideology about it, please let me know. And I think other people that are watching right now will benefit as well. So I'm going to call the two other people that I have got for you so that they can also let us know their opinion. So while I'm doing that, let me just do a little bit of introduction. Okay, attributes. This is attribute number 28. We have 50 attributes in all, and all these attributes are attributes of Dr. Sunday that we love. During Dr. Sunday's Golden Jubilee, 50th birthday, we asked the audience, people that follow Dr. Sunday's teachings, that love Dr. Sunday, that what do they love about Dr. Sunday? And they gave us several attributes and the reason why they love him. And we collated those attributes and we put them into the Golden Jubilee magazine, which is still available, by the way, guys. We put them into this magazine and we shared it with many people, and now we're discussing them one by one. We are number 28, so we still got a fair bit to go. And today we're discussing mighty. That's the attributes that we're discussing. So I've got two people online with me, and I would like them to say hello. So who's going to be the first? I think I'm going to ask, I don't want to say the name. So who's going to be the first to say hello? So you can introduce yourself without me interrupting. Hello, ladies.
Hello, good evening, everyone.
Good evening. Who do we have here?
Okay, hello, family. My name is Fisayo Ayege.
Thank you. So guys, we've got Fisayo online as well. So she's going to talk with us or share her experience or her thoughts or her understanding of mighty with us. Who else would do we? Thank you very much, Fisayo. I'm really glad to have you. I wish you were here actually, but since you're on the phone, I'm still pleased just to be hearing your voice right now. And I'm really looking forward. Thank you.
For having me.
Thank you so much, and I'm really looking forward to your contributions on this, because I know you're totally different in terms of your own thought pattern. So I think it will be really interesting. So who else do we have online?
We have Katerina Coroni.
Hello, Katerina Coronis. How are you? Good evening, Katerina.
Good evening, everyone.
Good.
I'm good.
Cool. So we're going to discuss Dr. Sunday's attributes that we all love, mighty, and I'm really looking forward to your perspectives on this, because Kate, I know that you have so many angles of looking at things that I always find very interesting when you share your own thoughts as well. So I'm really looking forward to this, but I'm just going to remind people of a few things, and I'll come back to you ladies. Is that okay?
Yes, okay, sure.
Cool. Okay, guys, so you know now who I have. I have Kate and I have Fisayo online with me. And of course, I have ID Peters right here in the studio. So I'm excited about that. And I'm looking forward to the guys. So hopefully I'm not going to talk too much. I'm going to let these guys do the honors of talking. But before we start, please guys, do the honors now of sharing this. Share, please. Partager. That's in French. I'm not sure in Russian anymore. I can't remember. I won't even go there. Oh, what is it again? Pagelitis.
Exactly.
Pagelitis in Russian. That's share. So guys, there's 3 ways of sharing. So 1 share for each way. So you can tag a friend now by putting @ which is the same symbol that you use for your email, and write the names of your friends. As you're typing the names, Facebook will populate names for you, starting with the letters that you're typing. So you can tag as many people as possible. Please do so. I really appreciate that. No space in between the @ and the names. Just @ and then the names. And then the second share would be by just sharing and going onto your page or going straight to your home page so that other people can see what you're watching and what you like. And if people go on your page, they'll be able to see this video and join you or watch later. And then the third and final way that I know, if anybody knows any other way, please let us know, is by inviting your friends. So what do? You click on share and you see invite, and you invite people on your messenger. So it will go straight to their messenger, you share it with them, and then they will also come and join you. So guys, those are the 3 ways that I know. Share, share, share. Please, I love for you to do that. Thank you so much. Hello Goldby, good evening. Thank you for joining. And guys, let me just remind you now, once and for all, please, not for all, just once. Please guys, don't forget that all Dr. Sunday's teachings are available on YouTube, Sunday Adelaja Official. That's Sunday Adelaja Official. And also guys, the HMT is coming up. This is the November HMT. I haven't spoken about it much, but I know that Dr. Sunday speaks about it often during the 9 p.m. program. So guys, please, if you want to attend the HMT and you're in Europe or America where you do not need a visa to Ukraine, then this is your time to really, really consider and start making your move. And guess what? We also have a discount, a promotional offer. So the team here have decided to give a promotional offer for people who wants to come to the HMT. It starts from the 5th to the 12th of November. It's not too late for you to come. That is if you do not need a visa to Ukraine. So you can make inquiries by going to Sunday Adelaja Sunday Adelaja blog, sundayadelajablog.com/visit, sundayadelajablog.com/visit, or you can write directly to guest@godembassy.org, guest@godembassy.org, and we would direct you or send you the information that you need. I think HMT is absolutely worth it. If you don't know what HMT is, please pardon me. It's History Makers Training. That's HMT, History Makers Training. So make your inquiries, and if you're really, really interested and you didn't hear what I just said, why don't you just write HMT in the comment section and we will get in touch with you. So you can write HMT in the comment section and we'll get in touch with you. Don't forget, we have early bird, or should I say the early bird special discount, which is 10% off the HMT package prices. So please, let's get in touch if you want to come to History Makers Training. And if you don't know anything at all about History Makers, I suggest you go on YouTube and just watch some of the videos and look up the experiences that people have had, the testimonials of HMT, of attending HMT, and maybe that would give you some insight on what to expect. But if you have any questions, you can also email us at guest@godembassy.org, guest@godembassy.org. Thank you very much. So I think those are my announcements. We'll just start this discussion on, guess what? Mighty. Okay, I said earlier, if you're just joining us, the word mighty to me, I don't even use it as an attribute at all. I just use it as a word that, is such a mighty house, or it lives in a mighty palace, or, I use it according to sizes. And now I just looked at the dictionary. I'll just give a definition before I start. It says, mighty says possessing great and impressive power or strength, especially because of size. So similar to what my definition or my understanding of mighty is. I don't know what yours is, but in terms of attributes, I haven't actually formed much thoughts on that. So I'm really looking forward to learning here today. And then there's another definition, which is in another type of that dictionary, that says something that's mighty is large and powerful. I really, really resonate. The word powerful resonates with me, especially with Dr. Sunday. So yes, I would say that's absolutely powerful. But actually in my head as well, I actually think that Dr. Sunday is also very large, like big person. But when I look at him physically, it's just normal size. But in my head, yes, it is very large. And then mighty, so it says, well, then he also says, Mighty Mouse is no ordinary mouse. He's a superhero. It's best not to mess with anyone with mighty in their name. Wow. Okay, that's the definition. It's quite descriptive. It says that it's best not to mess with anybody with mighty in the name. So guys, let's discuss this. I'm going to start really with I'm going to start with the gentleman. Of course, guys, you can also contribute. You can also write in the comment section what your thoughts are on this attribute mighty, and if it's in relation with Dr. Sunday, or even something that someone or even yourself, please let us know your thoughts. And also you can call Julie Ngoya on Messenger, but put your comments down, and we have 3 people here that to share their comments. So I'm going to start with ID on the attribute mighty. So ID, what are your thoughts? What do you think about this attribute?
Wow, thank you for having me, the only gentleman in the midst of all
in the world.
No. Oh, my goodness, God. Mighty. To me, every one of us, we are mighty. But the fact remains that most of us, we are ignorant of the power that we possess. Because according to Webster Dictionary, he put it this way, that mighty is someone that is possessing might. That's you possess might, but you are not aware that you possess might. The greatest power in the world is a human being that has the Spirit of God inside him, inside her. So that is the power that the world cannot imagine, they cannot fathom, they don't understand. Because when the Holy Spirit is in the life of a believer, that is the mightiest power that the world do not know. So to me, everyone, we are mighty, but we do not realize the might that is in us. We can do great things. Whatever we want to do, we can do it. We can become whatever we want to become. Okay, for example, do you know that if you have a dream, you envision yourself, okay, this is what you want to build in the future. That dream is bigger than you. That vision is bigger than you. Okay, let's take for example, the architect that draw this studio that I'm sitting in now. This building is bigger than the architect that draw this building. You see? So, but he realized that he is mighty, that he got something inside him to envision what he has been able to envision, to sketch it out. So every one of us, we are mighty. So we have to discover.
Wow. Guys, that's really interesting what ID have just said, that every one of us, we're mighty, and we need to discover our mightiness, if I can say that, our strength, what we have in us. And when he said about being big, and giving the example of the architect that built this house or this building, whatever the size he is able to envision something much bigger than him. Well, this is why I love this attribute, because the way people come with it and their understanding is totally different from what I'm thinking, and it just opened up my mind and just add to my knowledge and my understanding. So I'm really grateful when we have these discussions. So we are all meant to be mighty. We are all mighty. Whatever you think, from what Eddie is telling me right now, whatever we think, ideas in our heads that are not reality, they come small. So for you to think something and then develop it into something that is huge, and it becomes big and it becomes reality that is actually bigger than you in size, it shows that you are mighty too. Wow. And when he was also talking, I remember that I was saying that I don't know, I just often rarely use the word mighty, And when I do, is also on products or items or things that are tangible. I just say, okay, this is a mighty this. But you know what? I totally forgot that I usually pray, mighty God. How can I forget about mighty God? This is the first thing that most people use mighty in relations to is God, mighty God. So that alone should tell me something, that this is an attribute that we all need to develop and we all need to cultivate in ourselves to be mighty, because our God, our creator, is also mighty. Wow, I can't believe I forgot that, but pardon me. Thank God I have got people here around me to remind me of how mighty or how important this is. So ID, I'm grateful. Thank you so much. I'm going to move on now to one of our phone caller. Let me just call it phone because I don't want to call it what it is. Let's say phone caller. Okay, so our guest, special guest. So hello, ladies. Are you guys there? Ladies? Oh, I know why. Sorry, hello?
Hello?
Sorry, I put it on mute. I didn't realize. So, guys, did you hear what I said?
Oh, yes.
Okay. So, I think Fisayo would start because I can hear your voice. What are your thoughts or your contribution to this attribute, mighty?
Oh, thank you, Mara, on the show.
Thank you for accepting to come on the show with me.
It's a pleasure.
Thanks.
Hello, family, and it's nice to be with everyone today. Mighty is a really, really unique word, because with every statement or with every time it's being used is to qualify something. And of course, this time around we're talking about attributes of Dr. Sunday Adelaja. So for me, I so much appreciate the angle where I.D. Peters brought it from. And he is talking about what we carry, what is inside us. And that's what makes us mighty. And he even talked about the ideas of how we can think things and create things just like that. And this is not far from the heart of a man. It's the popular knowledge that we all know and we say, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he.
Yes.
So, for me, the attribute fits perfectly to qualify Dr. Sunday. The word mighty, the adjective mighty. If you look at Dr. Sunday closely, he is a man that tries to copy God as much as he can. He walks with God so closely as much as he can that he can mirror God and be like representative of God here on earth. And that reflected in two major parts of him, and that is his knowledge and his heart. When you were defining the word mighty initially, when the program started, you mentioned it as the power of strength, especially because of size. But this time I would say the size of the knowledge that Dr. Sunday carries makes him mighty.
Wow.
And the size of his heart for God and people makes him mighty. So if you look at these two components, anyone who carries that large heart, which is filled with love, because no one can know God and would not know love for God and for people. So being mighty is him knowing God so much, loving God so much, and loving people so much. That is mighty. And the knowledge that he has, because he related with the one who created, of course, heaven and earth, and that's God. Dr. Sunday walks so much with God, or he is working closely with God, that he knows so much about God. And that makes him mighty in the aspect of his knowledge. And that is why you see people who always come and want to listen to him. it provides solution for national problem through life. Think of any sphere of life. He has identified problems and he's providing solution even till date. How many men of his age would you see that has written over 350 books addressing problems?
Wow.
On earth. So I would like to talk about him being mighty in the aspect of his knowledge and the capacity of his heart filled with love for God and people.
Wow.
Thank you.
Dr. Fisayo, oh my God, how eloquent is that? Thank you so much. That's so beautiful. Guys, did you hear all of that? Dr. Fisayo have now even shifted us to another angle. I started about talking about this attribute, mighty, being a word that I use on signs and different things without even thinking about the mind. Honestly, I wasn't. I'm not even just saying this. I was not thinking that being mighty, the size is not just about the physical biomass size, it's also about the size of the mind. And you know, look at Dr. Fisayo, kindly and gently have now steered me to thinking that the mightiness of a person is not about the physical, it's also about the mind. And that's what she sees in Dr. Sunday. And furthermore, that he is mighty because who is the first mighty? God is the first mighty. And that Dr. Sunday mirrors God in the way he loves, in the way he behaves, in the way that he cares about people, in the way that he does his things. She even mentioned, who do you know, which man of his age or even in his caliber do you know that he's interested in so many things, in all facets of life, and is making waves in every facet, not just in one area. As a pastor, for example, he's also a national transformer. He's written over 350 books. He's well known all over the world. He's a strategist, he's a thinker. And you know, as Dr. Fisayo was saying that, I was also thinking about the 7 programs that Dr. Sunday have just started putting together. This is one man that sat down and thought, okay, I can help with this. I've written so many books, I'm still writing books, and I still want to do other things. So what can I do? Let me start putting nuggets of videos together to help people. And he started that. He thought, okay, this is something that is going to help people. Let me do it. You know, Dr. Fisayo now has actually put my head back in 360 degrees of just knowing who we're talking about and also what it means to be mighty. Absolutely, I have a better idea than when I started. So being mighty is for us, and what we know is not about size alone, and it's not about physical size. It's about intellectual, mind, spirit, body, soul, capability, abilities, everything put together. That makes you mighty. So it's not just about the size. And this is in relation to what Ida said as well, where he said that we are almighty, and he gave very good examples about that, how we are almighty, where we came from, you know, what we can do, what we're capable of doing. So I'm really grateful to these 2 people. I think my mind is opening up a bit. I'm adding to my brain cells. So, oh my God, thank you very much, ladies. Ladies and gentlemen. So I think we have a caller. Oh my God. So Kate, you'd have to wait a little bit because we have a caller. So just bear with us.
Hello.
Hello, who do we have here? Hello? Hello?
Oh, hi.
Hi.
I'm sorry, Mayowa.
Hello. Who is this? Who is speaking?
Hi, Mayowa. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. So tell us your name.
I didn't know. My name is Aisha, and I'm calling from Maryland.
Hello, Aisha. How are you? It's good to hear from you.
Good. I apologize because when you were talking, I didn't know the kid's still on the phone.
No.
So I really apologize.
It's okay. Don't apologize because we set it up like that. So we set it up that they're not in the studio, they're on the phone. So they are our special guest today. Of course, you're also a special guest. So they know what is going. Yes, so they know what's going to happen. Please contribute and share your contribution with us without any guilt. The ladies are fine. Mm-hmm.
For me, a mighty person or a mighty woman or mighty man is a person, a regular individual, a normal person doing extraordinary things. Like Jesus was a mighty man because Jesus did extraordinary thing. Like a normal person, like a you, like a Julie, like a Kate, like Heidi, like a Dr. Sunday doing extraordinary thing. Somebody with a mighty mind, or mighty character is a regular people doing extraordinary things.
Wow, Aisha, how brilliant is that? Ordinary people doing extraordinary things. This is just amazing. I think this should be a quote. Mighty. This is what the true definition should be. Ordinary people doing extraordinary things. That's beautiful. And with what you said, this now put responsibility on us as an individual, because we tend to undermine ourselves or undermine our capabilities by thinking, okay, I'm just an ordinary person. But if we put it in this definition, that ordinary people doing extraordinary things is what makes you mighty. That's beautiful. Well said. I'm so grateful. Thank you so much for your contribution. Yeah, bye. Wow. Guys, look how interesting is that. That's Aisha that just called in. You see how easy it is? If you call Julie Ngoya, you can also call in and share your own thoughts on this attribute that we're discussing, which is mighty. Aisha just shared with us that mighty to her means ordinary people doing extraordinary things. How beautiful is that? And that actually makes everybody equal, capable, because we all say, I'm just an ordinary person, I'm nobody. But now, if you know that you are also mighty because of you doing extraordinary things, and you know what, this is so true, because sometimes we do see Dr. Sunday and you think, actually sometimes I wonder personally, that is Dr. Sunday a person, like human? Not because it's not good. Sometimes when you do say that people are not human, it's because they're bad or they're not doing things right. No. In this case, it's the speed, the scale, the consistency, the zeal that he's using to do things. I'm thinking, is this human being, or maybe this is a spirit that we're seeing? Maybe really this is Jesus. I do wonder sometimes. And you know what? I've been trying to poke him for some time so that I can see some blood. I think that's how you check if people are human or not. If they have blood in them. I've been trying to do it, but it's not working. I haven't actually been successful. So we'll see what happens. I will let you know when I'm successful. Okay? Thank you, guys. I thought I'd just throw that in. Okay, ladies, how are you? I think now we should have Mrs. Coronis to speak. How are you, Mrs. Coronis? Are you there?
I am here.
Thank you very much for joining us. So, what are your thoughts on this? I know you've heard several people now speak on these attributes. What would you like to say?
Amazing what I heard. And most things that I heard was from people who spoke English from their childhood. I'm not sure about Aisha, but if she spoke English from her childhood. But definitely, I can say that this is about Fisayo and Heidi. And also you said that like what you used to think about mighty is about like size, something like this.
Mm-hmm.
And at this moment I understood that, I never had any definition for mighty.
Wow.
Because actually I'm not English, so I didn't have a definition for this. I don't have any connection to this word. Like mighty for me is just what vocabulary says, And so what I want to say about this is that, let me go a little bit back to Shakespeare. I never understood why Shakespeare was considered to be great. Like for what? For one describing one young couple doing silly, dramatic things.
In Romeo and Juliet. Actually, guys, if you didn't hear that properly, Kate is talking about Shakespeare and why he's considered mighty. He's considered great, not mighty, great. So she's narrating her own definition of mighty, because as a child in Russia they did not speak about mighty. It's not something that is native to them. That word is not native. So I'm really interested to hear this. I'm all ears. I hope all you guys as well are listening. This will be interesting, I can assure you. Go ahead, Kate.
Okay, so talking about Shakespeare, I couldn't understand why he was considered any great, when I have discovered that he was lacking words when he was writing, he couldn't express himself in English, so he had to invent English, and he had invented over 1,700 words in English vocabulary. Can you imagine this? Mm-hmm. Like words that you are using now, like bedroom, like critique, fashionable, gossip. Those words have been invented by Shakespeare. Mm-hmm. And talking about mighty, this word for me was not known, just like for those English people who never heard about bedroom. And Pastor Sunday was the person who reinvented many words for us, like words like values or virtues. For Russian audience, for ex-USSR, virtue or value is something that was not a part of our dictionary. We know what it was. So word mighty, the definition of the word mighty also came for me. It came from Pastor, because you might see on Pastor Sunday's page. Might have seen on Pastor Sunday's page there is a short video saying, "Are you the mighty man?" Mm. And there was a live broadcast when Pastor was saying about mighty, and he gave this definition of mighty, and this definition actually it became my understanding of what mighty, because I don't know what's mighty. And what he was saying is that mighty is like, it's his understanding. Mighty people are those who stand out for any cause they believe in. Like someone who stands out, and like Jesus, people like his disciples, like Paul, they were not considered significant that time when they were living. Like most people, they didn't consider that significant. That's why they dared to crucify Jesus. So they also were looking for Paul and disciples to kill them, because they didn't think that those people were valuable, mighty people of their age, but they were. And they were because they were outstanding for some cause. They were standing out. They were talking for something important that they believed. They were fighting for this. They were trying to change the world. So this would differentiate them from other people with same physical, mental, and other abilities. They might not be the most strong. They might not be the most clever. They might not be the most powerful. But the fact that they decided to stand out and to say that no, this is not going to be continued like this, I had to change it. This is how it should be. It has to be kingdom way. So this is what made those people mighty. And this is now my understanding of mighty, because this is what Pastor explained to me, like what mighty is. But dictionary also says about mighty, like something like extra power. Someone who has extra power. I think someone who is showing superior power or strength. Yes, because if everyone is like in the room, there are 10 people who knows that something is wrong and incorrect, and only one out of them is standing out and saying, guys, we need to change this. Then it's showing a superior power or strength. This is showing that, I'm not going to confirm, I'm going to stand out, and this is a superior power and strength to stand out. So, and what Pastor says in this video, he says that the Bible says already that we are God's, and so God gave us everything possible. We don't lack anything. So, and God is waiting for us He's waiting for us to take our responsibilities, to say the word, to start changing the world, to start taking over those problems in the world, so everyone can become mighty. So it doesn't matter if you have power, it doesn't matter if you are so smart or whatever, but you are doing nothing, you are not mighty then. But if you are just regular person, just someone who can do regular things like everyone, going to work, studying in university, getting married and everything, but at the same time you decide that you have discovered in society something is going really wrong, and you say that, you know what, I don't care if everyone doesn't care, I will stand down, I will change it, it's not going to continue like this, so this person is mighty. And you know what, I think that I'm surrounded with mighty people because, first of all, I see Pastor, he's always standing out and he's saying that no, it's not going to be like this. Was this serious what he is doing now, when he is exposing the wrong things in the church, and he's the only one who is doing this to such extent, like really, this is what differentiates him, and this is what makes him mighty. This is what you can say mighty,
Okay.
And anything that he sees wrong, he takes responsibility for it, and he makes everything possible to change it.
Brilliant. Brilliant. Kate, look at Kate, oh my God, from every angle, you're just throwing all the dots in one place. That's a lot of information that you've given us. And I just want to pick out some of them so that, we can really understand what Kate is saying, or maybe not even understand, but so that we can really make very good use of this information. First of all, Kate, it was such a surprise for me that in Russia, the word mighty is not even in the vocabulary. But then
it's not in Russia. It means that in our daily vocabulary,
yes.
Okay, I don't use the mighty word. I don't say, wow, you are mighty, or something like this.
Okay, but it's in the Russian vocabulary, right?
No, not a daily, let's say, not a daily, the daily vocabulary where
okay, all right. Yeah. Okay, well, it's not something that is common to you, that you use on a daily basis. And then you mentioned about values and virtues as well, and how Dr. Sunday brought that to the consciousness, or to the consciousness of, most of the people here in Russia. I found that really, really interesting. But, your angle, I think now, is the same or similar to what Aisha is saying, and also what ID is also saying. And actually, it's connected to what Dr. Tisaya also said. But let's pick it from Aisha's point of view, where she was saying that it's from being mighty. Her definition is ordinary people doing extraordinary things. You mentioned that as well in your own description and your own explanation, where you're saying that if you have intelligence or you have everything, but you're not doing anything about it, it doesn't mean that you're mighty. It just means that, you're just there. So even having the knowledge, I think you make it more descriptive by saying the doing is what is important. Doing things, just like Aisha said, that doing ordinary things, ordinary people doing extraordinary things, that's what makes them mighty. And you also said that, somebody that is intelligent, maybe he's not even an ordinary person, but if they're not doing things extraordinarily well, or they're not doing things that other people, you gave the example here, if you're 10 people are in the room and one person saw something is wrong and said something, that person in your own view is the mighty one. It's not like the people, not for their size, not for what they have or anything, is because they were able to demonstrate. So there's action. For me, I'm learning that there's action in being mighty. So mighty, as in my definition as a young person, saying that something is mighty, or this is wow, this is big, this is huge, mighty this, mighty that, is not about size, it's about doing. And that is the important thing here that I'm getting from everyone that is speaking. So you could even build something that is much larger than you. You could build something that, surpasses you, that lives after you. That's what makes you mighty. You talked about Shakespeare, and, you know, he couldn't talk, he couldn't make words in English that make sense to him. So he started inventing words to put his own words together, and now his words is used in such a prestigious way. And all the other things that you mentioned about, you know, being mighty is really interesting. Guys, if you're out there, you have an opinion about this, or you want to say something, or you have also your own story to share about what you think mighty is, or your experience, please do so. We really love to hear from you. I really love to hear from you, because I am just a little bit richer mentally for what I've heard now, or let's say intellectually for what I've just heard here. And you know what? It's just related so perfectly to what it says here, because you know what? As you guys are speaking, I started remembering words that I used with mighty, or that I heard with mighty. And there's this one that we all know, mighty men of valor, or mighty woman of valor. And then I googled that just to check what that means. It says to fight these enemies, God called and empowers men to be mighty men of valor. Gideon is one such example. The Lord is with you, you mighty men of valor. So this is really interesting for me to hear that God empower people and calls them mighty. You know, so if we go back to what we've been saying over the last few days, when we're talking about values and what you got in you, what God has packaged you with. So it also relates to what ID started with by saying that we are almighty. We just need to discover that. Because if God have already even said that you're mighty men of valor, we equipped you, and God is the one that created us and equipped us, it actually is the confirmation that we're almighty. But in order for us to demonstrate our mightiness, we have to, in order for us, for our mightiness to resonate or to be shown in the world, we have to demonstrate it by taking actions, by doing something that we believe in, by believing in something itself, because it's important that you believe and then you do. So the doing is really important. So Evelyn is also saying mighty woman of valor. Thank you very much. So I really appreciate that, Kate. I'm going to go to Kate to ID back. I'm going to go back to ID very soon. But before I do so, I want to read some of your comments. I haven't seen many, but I would really love, guys, if you guys would put your comments here so that we also know that you're engaging with us and you're following this thoughts that we're sharing with you. And also, by the way, I also want to know what you're thinking so that I can also learn from you. Thank you very much. We have Evelyn here saying that mighty woman of valor with love in colorful heart shapes. And then we have Shay say great. Evelyn again says mighty is in the doing. Love. Thank you very much. Yes, that's what I have just discovered. The mighty is indeed in the doing. And then Aisha says, hey, good job. Thank you very much, Aisha. I appreciate it. And then Baba Topper says, audio is not very good, please. Oh my God. I'm so sorry that the audio is not very good. Let me see if this would help. If I just remove. How is it now, Baba Topper? I hope the audio is better now. Please check it out and let me know if it's a little bit better. And then Aisha, thank you very much, Aisha. Thank you. I think she's just agreeing with me here. Hello, Big Mommy. How are you? Thank you for joining. Hello, Mr. B. How are you? I hope you're not missing someone too much. Hello, Izuchukwu. How are you? Good evening. Hello, Pastor Clement. How are you? Thank you, Justine. Omonike, good evening. Albertina, good evening. Jane, how are you? Idera, good evening. Thank you. Olamide, good evening. Lisasi, I think that's David, good evening. Thank you. Apute, good evening. Thank you all. I think I've said hello to everybody that I can see here. So guys, I'm going to turn the camera to ID Peters, and he's going to also give us his last thoughts before we close this evening on this attribute that we're discussing today, which is mighty. We've had several definitions and we've had several meanings for us as individual, and also some people have put their comments, and we had a call from Aisha, which I find really interesting. She said in these words, mighty to her means ordinary people doing extraordinary things. I don't think I'll ever forget that. I'm really grateful, Aisha. So guys, let's keep this coming. I'm turning the camera right now for ID Peters. Okay.
Hello, everyone. I'd like to thank everyone that has contributed, from Dr. Fisayo, Kate, and Aisha. Thank you for your wonderful contribution as well. I was learning as well. Thank you so much. I want to analyze something. I want to take your mind back to something, and I really want you to pay attention to it, because if you can pay attention to it, you can discover it yourself. You can discover the mightiness that is in you. Check in your Bible, anytime God send a messenger to an individual, just check the first salutation that God will salute that individual. Starting from Moses or to Gideon, the salutation is always, thou mighty man. Thou mighty man. To Mary, the mother of Jesus, oh thou woman, you are highly favored. So there is something that they did not realize, that they have the mightiness of God in them. So never forget that you have the mightiest something that is living in you. And also, according to the definition of Aisha, which she said that mighty is ordinary people doing extraordinary things. That talks about attitude. It talks about attitude. Well, what is the attitude? Attitude is the way of you, the way you behave, the way you think. Now let's focus on lion. The lion is not the strongest animal in the bush. He is not the wisest. He's not the tallest. He's not the fattest. But every other animal, you use them as lunch. What makes lion different from every is because of his attitude. So that is how you should behave. This attitude that God is in you. So all those dreams, big vision that you have in your mind, just believe that you are able and capable to bring it forth, and that is the wisdom of God. Paul says that it is the wisdom of God to use the lower things of this world so that God will mesmerize the wise. So it was wisdom of God to hide the spirit inside you, so that when you manifest your mightiness in your gift, in your purpose, in the area of your calling, the world will say, only God would have been the only person that can do this. That is why the Bible says that there is nobody can receive anything good except it is from above. So, great mighty man, mighty woman, I want you to believe that you are a mighty man and you are a mighty woman. Don't think less of yourself. Go and accomplish those dreams that is inside you. Go and pay any price to bring forth those dreams. I celebrate your mightiness, and I celebrate what he will accomplish in life.
Wow. OMG. I feel like calling ID Dr. ID as well, but he doesn't like it when you do that. He doesn't care much for titles, but that was amazing. Actually, not Doctor, I want to say Professor ID. Professor ID. Anyway, guys, that was brilliant. I love it that, you have this mightiness in you. What gives you strength is your actions, is what you do, what is already inbuilt in you, and that is from God. and you already have it, so you just have to till it. You have to dig it out so that the world can see your light and shine. This is amazing. So guys, I actually saw another definition because I was looking at this mighty man of valor, and then I found something here that I thought I'll read to you before I let the lady speak and when we close. Then we have this. It says, mighty men of valor have 3 distinct characteristics, and it says strength, courage, and passion. So almighty people, so it's not just men, I think they just mean using men as the figures, also women. So men and women have 3 distinct characteristics, and they are strength, courage, and passion. Strength, courage, and passion. For me, that's real food for thought. I really need to think about that, but I don't need to think too far. I know in terms of strength, absolutely. Somebody that I know very well, I know to some extent. Every time I say I know somebody very well, there's something that cautions me to say, you know them to what you think you know. Okay, so Dr. Sunday, from what I know of him, that's correction there, I know that strength, oh my God, he's got them in abundance. You know, sometimes I always ask him, you know, with everything that's happening and how everything is going, how can you just stay balanced? He's never emotional, like, you know, emotional in the sense that the emotion doesn't actually dictate to him. So whatever is happening out in the world does not dictate how he reacts. So he has his reaction, he reacts the way he wants to react, but it's not going to be based on what is happening around him or what is happening or what people are saying or what people are doing. It's going to be something that he does from the inside out. And he's the person that taught me that you have to act from the inside out. You don't allow people or allow things around you to dictate to you how to behave. For me, that is absolute strength. And again, if I go by this explanation that says that in order for you to be mighty, there are 3 characteristics, which are strength, courage, and passion. So that's number 1. I learned from him that everything about you has to come from the inside out. It's not from the outside in. Don't allow the outside to dictate who you are to you. I mean, and that really helped me. He helped my world. He helped me to make decisions. He helped me to live well with peace with people, because I now started taking responsibility for myself, for my action. It's not based on what somebody says to me. So I used to be somebody that said, oh, this is pissing me off, that's pissing me off. So I wake up in the morning not having any bad mind or any negative thoughts. I'm happy, then all of a sudden something happens and then my mood changes. And then when he told me that, I just got grip of it. I held on to it and I started making use of it, that everything has to be from the inside out. It's not from the outside. So it doesn't matter what somebody comes to tell me, what news they give me. My responses and my actions would be from my inside out. I take that control because I am mighty. I have the strength, I have passion, I have the courage. So that's what I learned. I just thought I'll share that with you. But I am going to let the ladies take the last words. So I'm going to turn now. I think we should have Fisayo to speak because she's been so patient. So Fisayo, are you there? Can you say something?
Oh yes, I'm here.
Brilliant. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, I guess I should say my last few words on the program today. Sincerely, I've learned so much from everyone, from Heidi, from Kate, from that beautiful, simple definition from Aisha, and from you, Mayowa.
Thank you.
You know, God has built us in such a way that we complement each other, because God is so big that no one person can carry the whole totality of God. And this attribute today, I don't want someone, just perhaps someone might misunderstand it. Oh, what are you talking about, Pastor Sunday? Oh, is this not what he's saying we shouldn't do? Okay, the program is set up to encourage us to be our best. If Pastor Sunday has discovered this attribute and held on to it, that people, he is not calling himself mighty, but the fruits that he is bearing are mighty. So,
wow.
if we want to bear such fruit, we should not say, oh, God is too far. I didn't live in the days of Jesus. I didn't meet Peter one-on-one. I didn't have the handshake or hug Paul. But there is someone, today that is bearing that fruit. And we can look at how he is doing it. Paul was very careful that he said, okay, if you think God is too far to copy, okay, follow me as I follow Christ. That's just what this program is about. And each and every one of us should cultivate the attribute, the quality of being mighty. And how do we evaluate? We don't just wake up and say, oh, I'm mighty. Of course not. Our fruit, by their fruit, you shall know them. By my fruit, you shall know me, and I shall know myself. So I should learn to understand of my place in God and what God intends for me. Because if we are created in God's image and God is mighty, God would not create something less because of his image. He's created us with the potential of being mighty. So we should come to the awareness of what we have. And that was the first beautiful idea I.D. Peters gave, and he said, we just don't know. Most people are not aware that they are mighty. But they are already mighty. No, that seed is there. God creates everything in seed form. So Pastor Sunday has discovered that and is harnessing it, maximizing the use of it, and is bearing mighty fruit that we can point to him and say, oh, that is a mighty man. So also I can do it. You can do it. Anyone who will discover God, walk close with God, understand God, walk in the light and the knowledge of God will be mighty. And that potential seed of being mighty will definitely bear mighty fruits, which the end result is to glorify our Father who is in heaven. That is one step Pastor Sunday will never skip. Everything he does is always referring to glorifying God who is in heaven. So we're not just being mighty just to feel good and, get titles or accolades and, awards. But it's to glorify our Father who is in heaven. That let our light so shine before men that they will see our good works, our mighty works, our mighty fruits, and glorify our Father who is in heaven. So thank you, everyone. Thank you so much, Maiwa, for having me. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Fisayo. Thank you so much for that. That was really compelling, relating us, as usual, to God, to the kingdom. This is just brilliant. It's just music all to my ears. And for those who are wondering why we're discussing this about Dr. Sunday, it's not just about Dr. Sunday, it's also about us as individuals. Developing this attribute mighty is something that is already in us, but we have to demonstrate it and show it forth so that we can make our Father in heaven proud. Brilliant, Dr. Fisayo. Thank you very much. So, Kate, what have you got to say?
Well, I would like to thank you, Manu, for choosing exactly this attribute for today. It's very inspiring. From what I heard from people who were talking on this talk show, it was really adding value to me so much. And I've been inspired very much that I actually a mighty person.
I'm mighty too.
That I'm a mighty person because the mighty God is in me, and I understood that I just have to do outstanding things, so that people will discover God, and they will discover His love and everything He gave me. I can give to other people, and thank you. That is all I wanted to say. Thank you.
Brilliant. Thank you so much, Kate. That was really good. And Kate, you're not just speaking for yourself. I think from what you've said, you definitely speak for me in terms of me feeling mighty now. I mean, I didn't start feeling mighty or even using mighty to even describe myself or know anything about what I have inside of me to be mighty, and that I am mighty. And now, having that knowledge has actually empowered me. I have somebody here, Abimbola, saying that I think it is the way God sees us. Therefore, we should begin to see ourselves the way God sees us rather than the way the world sees us or the way we see ourselves. which could lead to low self-esteem. I mean, that's a very, very good point Abimbola has made there, because sometimes if we look at ourselves the way that we see ourselves from our knowledge and our understanding, you would really have a poor performance of who we are, because we would only see our limitations. But if we see ourselves the way God sees us, and we believe God our creator, and we like him as our creator, because like attract like, so should I say, he builds us, so obviously we build us in his own image. So we should always see ourselves the way God sees us. I appreciate that comment. Thank you very much, Abimbola. And then we have Aisha says strength, courage, and passion. Absolutely, with thumbs up. Those are the three. I think, should I say, the three parts of being mighty, if that's a word. If that makes sense. Chinwe says Pastor Sunday is the Lion King of the jungle. Absolutely. I mean, if this world is ever a jungle, he's absolutely king of that jungle. And you know what? He doesn't have to be the only king in this jungle. We can all be king and queens in this jungle. But I appreciate that, Chinwe, and I totally understand what you're saying and agree. Thank you very much. We have here, Abimbola is saying that it's better, but it's breaking. I'm sorry about that. I hope it'll be better. The recording will be a lot better. So, ladies and gents, thank you so much. I appreciate you guys on the phone for joining us. I also appreciate you, ID, for always honoring our invitation. I really, really appreciate it. Ladies, I'm so glad today, because I didn't feel alone, and I didn't feel like I have to be the only one talking. So guys, if you also want to join me, you can write to us. You can write to either myself, Mayowa, or Laya. If you want to join in any of the programs, you're welcome. Or you can write to Julie Ngoya. That if I want to join, I want to contribute, I want to be your guest today on the program, why not let you come on? And we have our discussion live on Facebook, Dr. Sunday Adelaja's page. And of course, guys, all programs goes on YouTube, Sunday Adelaja Official. So feel free to explore Sunday Adelaja Official on Facebook, YouTube. And secondly, guys, I told you earlier when we started the program that we have a special rate, or should I say special discount, for people who still want to come to HMT, that's History Makers Training here in Kyiv, Ukraine. If you don't need a visa, then this is for you. You might want to consider this. And I would ask you to please go on Sunday Adelaja Official to see previous HMT and see what people are saying and the benefits that they're gaining from it. Just watch it. You will find a playlist that says HMT. Watch it and see what it's like, just so you have an idea. We have one that is coming up soon, which is the 5th, from the 5th to the 12th of November. So you're invited. There you can go on Sunday Adelaja Official. You can go on Sunday Adelaja blog, sundayadelajablog.com. Then have /visit, where you would find a form to make your inquiries, and you see what the details of HMT on there. Or you can write directly to guest@God Embassy. That's guest@godembassy.com. So .org. I don't know what's happening. Guest to me, concentrate, focus, be here and now. That's what Dr. Sunday would say. So that's guest@godembassy.org. So write to guest@godembassy.org. Yes, that's the email. And if you want to go onto the website, where you find a form that you need to fill out in order for us to get in touch with you, then you can go onto sundayadelajablog.com/visit. So HMT History Makers Training, you're all invited, and there's a special discount for, should I say, early bird or late bird, because it's next month. So it's from the 5th to the 12th of November. We look forward to seeing you, as many people as possible, for these few days of intensive training. Please join us and go on the website to check it out, because you will have a better idea from there. And if you have any questions, of course, you can ask me, Mayowa Olaya, or you can actually write your comment on Dr. Sunday's page, and then we'll get back to you. Thank you so much for your time. Dr. Sunday will be back. He's going to continue his teaching on spiritual attack and something about Satan. And I think it will be very, very interesting, especially for those religious people that think Satan is their problem. or any problem that they have is related to Satan, this is the one for you. So I look forward to seeing you later on. That's 9 p.m. Ukraine time, but that's actually 7 p.m. in UK and 7 p.m. in Nigeria as well. So we look forward to seeing you. That's in less than an hour now. That's actually in 49 minutes. So we'll see you again. I appreciate you for joining me. I will see you again tomorrow for another program. I'm not sure what the program will be, but I will let you know. I might even put a poster up, a banner up on that. Ladies, guys, I thank you very much. I'm bowing down, and then also I do thank you. Okay, guys, we'll see you soon. Take care and bye.